I want to welcome you back to BLACKSITE tonight. We're going to talk about the film Sound of Freedom. First, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel, hit that like button, hit that notification button, but also comment on this video. Sound of Freedom could be one of the most profound movies in a generation. This movie is about a young man. His name used to be Tim Ballard. He worked at Homeland Security. And about 10 years ago, he did a 60-minute piece about human trafficking in America and around the world. This movie was developed and created about 5 years ago, but it couldn't get on screen. 21st Century Fox shut it down, but it finally made it to the theaters. In a surprising performance, it became the #1 movie in America over Indiana Jones. The American people wanted to watch this movie. The acting is tremendous by Jim Caviezel and the other actors and actresses in the movie. It starts off real quick with a man leaving his child at a place where he thought it was going to be something about his child being a child actor. And what happens after that, I don't want to talk about it. But you should go see the movie. I recommend this movie. Yes, I was going to about 97% love this movie. But the movie tells you about human trafficking and how bad it is around the world. And how bad it is in this country, America. He talks about how many different people are involved in this human trafficking. This movie, they didn't want this movie to come out simply because it explores who's part of this human trafficking. And it talks about how a child is more valuable than anything because that child could be traded 10, 15, 20, 25 times. And it's truly a sad movie because this is what has happened to our world. And we have TV stations and people in the media on CNN and MSNBC mocking this movie, saying it's a QAnon movie. Human trafficking is not QAnon, whoever the hell that is. Human trafficking is happening every day when children go missing and their parents never find their children. We have to understand there is an elite in people around this world who have a hunger for children. We don't know if it's sexually, sacrificial. We don't know. But children go missing every day. And I remember that New York Times article only a few months ago where 85% of the child migrants coming off the border, they have lost the children. They don't know where they at. They came across the border. They let them go to an adult. We don't know who they went to. And the United States government has lost the children. So what are these children doing? Working in plants? Working on farms? Being exploited by adults? Being harvested? We don't know what's going on. But something bad is going on. And this is what this movie represents. It's an eye-opening movie to the world. But it seems like those in the liberal elite, those in the Democrat Party, those in the liberal media elite don't want you to see this movie because it's about children and how children are being treated in America and around the world. We have to understand that the liberal elite, the Democrat, the progressive elite, they want children to be able to make their own decisions. See, they want children to make their own decisions if they would like to transition to another biological gender. The reason why this movie is so profound, because it can stop what we're seeing in this movement to give children more power. There's a group of people around this world who are pure evil. Some who will take kids and take advantage of them for money. And it's happening every day and every minute. So why would anybody in any political party, in any persuasion, progressive or conservative, disagree about this movie? They do it because they want children to make their own choice. Y'all think that the alphabet agenda, the LGBTQ agenda, is about loving adults. It's not. It is not. As they sang that song, "We're coming for your children," they want their children to make a choice that they can love anybody, and that includes an adult. And you have to understand, this is their agenda. And this is what's being done in human trafficking. We have to understand, when a movie comes out like this, and there are people in the elite media, elite politics, who come after the movie, it tells you something. What the hell is going on? When they tried to stop this movie from being seen for over 5 years, what do that tell you? That tells you that there is something in this movie that they don't want you to see. They said this movie is for QAnon men with brain worms, because this is about Tim Ballard and him in real life saving children. And how in the hell can you be against that? Because you have an alternative agenda that you don't want the world to know about. But plenty of us know what it really is. It's about the children. So I'm glad that the American people have looked past what the media is saying and going to see this movie and letting people know the real truth about human trafficking. It's bad. It's disgusting. It's immoral. And it's against God. And those who speak against this movie, they have their right. They have their constitutional right. But understand the reason why they're going after this movie. It's not because it's a bad movie. It's not because it's misinformation. It's because it gets in the way of their agenda. And they basically said it in that song. We're coming for your children. I want to thank you for listening to BLACKSITE. I hope you subscribe to this channel. Smash that like button, but also share this video.